Good evening, friends. This evening session is dedicated to all the competitive aspirants, those who are appearing for various competitive exams, for example, Staff Selection Commission, Railway Recruitment Board, Junior Engineer, Entrance Test, GATE, and many other exams where aptitude test consists of 50 marks general English, and that also includes one word substitution. Now the question arises, what is one word substitution? For a group of words, you have to select one word out of the given choices, but that also requires, your knowledge of your stock of vocabularies, your stock of words. So the more word you have, the more words you are acquainted with, the more powerful you are in this term. So one word substitution is one of the exercises or practices that is required, and it is being assessed in any competitive exam. And for general people also, those who are willing to have effective communication, they can also have this conversation. Their conversation will also be, better with the help of one word substitution. So let us talk about one word substitution, at least 10 to 11 words. A man who is the head of a monastery. Monastery, it is like Buddha's monasteries, and all this is a kind of temple where the Buddhist people pray. So actually, a man who is the head of the monastery is called abbot, A-B-B-O-T, abbot. Abbot is a person who is the head of a monastery. Generally, this term is used in those, countries where the Buddhist monks are there. Alimony, yeah, alimony, A-L-I-M-O-N. Alimony means allowance to be paid or to be given to a wife after a divorce from her husband. If a husband divorces his wife, he has to pay some allowance per month or per year to his wife as per the rule, and that is called alimony, A-L-I-M-O-N-Y. For example, Mr. Mehra has been paying an alimony of rupees 20,000 per month out of his salary to his wife, as he has ever since he has divorced his wife. Yeah, another one who lives and works for the welfare of others. He is known as altruist, A-L-T-R-U-I-S-T. There are many altruists who are so-called the self-governed organizations, and they have been working for the welfare of the poor people. Speaking irrelevantly about God or sacred things. If a person speaks irrelevantly or unholy things about God or goddess, he is known as blasphemy. B-L-A-S-H-P-H-E-M-Y. Blasphemy. Blasphemy. One who speaks irrelevantly about God. Yeah, we can make it adjective. Blasphemous. Yeah, he is a man of blasphemous behavior. That blasphemy is one who speaks irrelevantly and unsacred words, impious word about God, and a person who is having such kind of behavior is known as blasphemous. Blasphemous. Now, a person who is royal and ill-mannered, rough and ill-mannered. A person who is rough and ill-mannered is Boris, B-O-R-I-S-H. Yeah, that man who was shouting unstopped, ceaselessly, was more like a Boris, B-O-R-I-S-H. Having the same source or origin, cognate, C-O-G-N-A-T, cognate, having the same source and origin. Ceremony of crowning a king. The ceremony of crowning a king is called coronation. Coronation, C-O-R-O-N-A-T-I-O-N. Coronation is the ceremony of crowning a king. Yeah, King, you know, King Mahendra was coronated on 26th April 1965. King Mahendra. Happening only sometimes and irregularly. Episodic, episodic. Episode means घटना होता है, incident, and episodic means happening irregularly or some time back. That is called episodic, episodic. Yeah, the the happenings, the incidents that have taken place in India during the Mughal, rule were episodic. Like one kind of religion was dominant, and people from other religions were forcefully made and to change the religion. That was an episodic events in the Mughal rule. Perfect example, epitome. Yeah, the grandmother in this story, the portrait of a lady, is an epitome of sanctity and पीस और शांति के प्रतीक, प्रतिमूर्ति के रूप में ग्रैंड मदर को कुशवंत सिंह ने दिखाया है. द ग्रैंड मदर इन द स्टोरी, द पोर्ट्रेट ऑफ ए लेडी हैज बीन shown or has been depicted as an epitome of peace and love. Peace and love. That means she was एक दया और peace and kindness, because she was very kind to birds and animals. She used to feed the stray dogs with the stale chapatis. So the grandmother was an epitome of love and kindness. Love and kindness. Okay, that is perfect example. Erudite, a learned or a scholarly person. Yeah, Abraham Lincoln, apart from being a president, was an erudite. Socrates was an erudite, a scholarly person who wrote about the life of civics. Rather, you can say that Socrates only said that human being, man is a social animal. Socrates. So he was really an erudite. Similarly, there are many erudites who have been born in India. Rabindranath Tagore was an erudite. He was a scholarly person. Apart from being a poet, he was a scholar, he was a philosopher, he was a teacher, he was a guide. So we can say that Rabindranath Tagore has an erudite, persona. Rabindranath Tagore is a persona of erudite, a scholarly behavior. And cynosure. Cynosure means center of attraction. Yeah, that very symposium is a cynosure of scholars, and this is all these questions. But the thing that I actually wanted to just add, that when you are learning one word substitution, you need to have variety of uses of that word. Similarly, because what happens, that when you are talking about a person of ostentatious behavior, ostentious, a person who is not a genuine person, a person who is not a genuine human being, is known as a man of ostentatious nature, ostentious. Similarly, a person who often undergoes changes in his behavior, he is known as capricious, capricious. Yeah, you can say that Mr. Khanna is a man of capricious nature. He often changes his behavior. He is not consistent in his behavior. Similarly, you can say that a man who is really, having a knowledge of more than one aspects of life, or a person who is having multifaceted knowledge, a versatile. Like you can say that Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, our ex-president and a philosopher and the writer of Hindu philosophy of life, you may call him a scholarly teacher or a great president. So you may call him Dr. S. Radhakrishnan was a versatile genius. He was a man of multifaceted personality. A person who is multifaceted personality is known as versatile genius. You may call Dr. Rajendra Prasad, apart from being a president, he was a very good academician. He was he was a great scholar also. That is why in his copy it was written, "Examinee is better than examiner." That was a unique example. So we consider Dr. Rajendra Prasad, our first president of the independent India, is an example of, or he's an exemplary president. He's an exemplary personality. A person who can be quoted as an example, perfect example, is an exemplary. Like you may call him, may call, the former president APJ Abdul Kalam. He is an exemplary personality because we are inspired with the example of such great persons who have been born in India and have really got a height of personality. They have got unbelievable, incredibly, personality. The personality which is rarely found. So incredible, and unimaginable personality. And two more words we can say that that is also a beautiful word. You may call it aroma, fragrance, aroma, essence. Yeah, life has got the values as its essence. Life without essence, life without values is life without essence. So the real essence of life, the real aroma of life, the real fragrance of life is nothing but its values. We must be guided by certain values, certain philosophy of life. Thank you, children. Thanks a lot. God bless you.